The Elections Department has drawn up contingency plans for safety measures for nomination and polling proceedings at the next general election.
These measures will protect the health and safety of voters, candidates and election officials, as well as ensure that the next GE can be conducted safely amid COVID-19. Senior voters aged 65 years old and above will be allotted recommended 2-hour time bands as well, but from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. There will be priority queues for seniors throughout the polling station's opening hours. Before setting off to their assigned polling station, voters can check the queue situation at votequeue.goware.gov.sg.
Safe distancing will be enforced at all 1,110 polling stations. More polling stations have been allocated for the next GE to reduce the number of voters at each station from an average of 3,000 to 2,400. Voters should not bring non-voters, their children for example, to the polling stations.
While polling agents and candidates are required to use the Safe Entry app, voters don't have to because the e-registration system records the time when voters register at the polling station, which can be used for contact tracing.
And when you get to the assigned polling station, there will be temperature screening of all voters at the start of the queue. The ELD has yet to decide whether persons who are found to have fever or respiratory symptoms will be allowed to vote. That will be based on the COVID-19 situation at the time. Voters must wear a mask, sanitize their hands, and don disposable gloves before receiving a ballot paper.
Voters on stay-home notice at designated facilities will vote at special polling stations. When the writ of election is issued, the ELD will consult the Health Ministry to assess the public health risks of allowing other affected voters, like those on quarantine orders, to vote.
Guidelines for campaigning, like whether physical rallies, walkabouts and house-to-house visits can continue, and will take guidance from prevailing MOH guidelines on safe distancing and safe management.
If prevailing health advisories restrict large group activities, the ELD will ensure that voters have access to the campaigning messages of all political parties and candidates. This may include additional TV broadcast time for candidates and political parties. As at past elections, campaigning activities on the internet can continue in accordance with guidelines.
The ELD announced amendments to increase transparency and accountability for paid internet election advertising, or IEA. For instance, candidates must declare more details of paid IEA to the returning officer.
In addition to stating all the platforms they are using for paid and unpaid IEA, candidates must also declare whether they are using paid IEA. If so, they need to provide further information such as the type of services used, the publisher of the paid IEA, and the period it will appear.
Additional information must accompany paid IEA, namely that it was paid for by the candidate, political party, or an authorized third-party campaigner.